Do you actually know what happens inside your dog's brain the moment you walk through the front door with a new companion? You see a wagging tail or maybe a low growl. You see two animals trying to figure out if they're friends or foes. You think you're just bringing home a sibling, but to your resident dog, you have just introduced an unidentified biological threat into their fortress of safety. Most owners make the mistake of thinking introductions are about seeing each other. We focus on the face-to-face meeting, the sniffing under the door, or the frantic barking at the gate. But behind all of that, there is a silent, chemical conversation happening that most owners miss completely. If you keep forcing these meetings before the scent handshake is complete, you might unknowingly be breaking the trust your dog has in you as their leader. Today we are diving into the science of scent mixing rituals. We're going to explore how to blend your pack's identity before they even meet, why your old t-shirt is the most powerful tool in your house, and the N+1 rule that prevents territorial war. If you want a peaceful multi-dog home, you have to stop looking with your eyes and start leading with your nose. 1. The chemistry of the group scent. To understand why introductions fail, we first have to understand what home smells like to your dog. In the sources, we talk about how cats experience the world through scent in ways we can barely comprehend. Dogs are no different. Your dog's sense of smell is their primary way of mapping their world. Every home has a communal scent, a chemical signature, that blends your smell, your resident dog's smell, and the environment itself. This scent tells your dog, this is safe. This is us. When a new dog enters the house, they smell like other. They smell like a different colony, a different life, and a different history. In the wild, scent mixing is one of the highest forms of social bonding. It's how animals say, you are part of my group. When you bypass the scent mixing phase and go straight to a physical meeting, you are forcing your dog to process a massive amount of foreign data all at once. It's overwhelming. It's jarring. The first ritual you must perform is the identity swap. Before the dogs ever see each other, swap their bedding. Take a towel the new dog has slept on and place it in your resident dog's safe zone. This allows your dog to process the new arrival's identity while they are in their most relaxed state. You aren't just letting them sniff, you are weaving the new dog's scent into the fabric of your home. 2. The power of safe scent buffering. What if the most meaningful thing you could do for your new rescue dog takes less than 2 minutes? It's a habit we discussed for cats, but it is a lifeline for a new dog. Leaving your worn clothes out for them. When a new dog enters your home, they are in a state of sensory shock. They have lost their old safe base and are desperately looking for a new one. Your scent is the most comforting thing in their new environment because you are the one who provides the food, the safety, and the vocal identity of calmness. By leaving a shirt you've recently worn in the new dog's crate or den area, you are providing them with access to your presence even when you aren't in the room. This reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and helps them associate your specific chemical signature with the feeling of being safe. But here's the trick. You also need to rub that same shirt on your resident dog. This is called allo-scenting. By physically blending your scent onto both animals, you are telling them on a level deeper than words, you both belong to me. Therefore you belong to each other. You are creating a family scent that overrides the instinct to protect the territory. 3. Neutral territory, the no-agenda meeting. Once the scents have been mixed for 24 to 48 hours, owners usually rush the face-to-face. But have you ever noticed how your dog reacts differently when they meet a stranger at the park versus at your front door? Your home is a fortress of resources. Every bed, bowl, and corner is claimed territory. Bringing a new dog directly into the living room is like inviting a stranger to sit in the CEO's chair. It creates immediate tension. The first physical meeting should always happen on neutral ground, a park or a street your resident dog doesn't consider theirs. Here we apply the concept of parallel presence. Don't force them to sniff each other's faces. Don't make them hug. Instead, just walk them near each other. Let them exist in the same space with zero pressure. As we see in attachment studies, the goal is for each dog to see the other as a non-threat before they see them as a friend. When they walk in parallel, they are sharing an experience without competing for your attention. They are building a social history that doesn't involve conflict. If you're starting to realize that a peaceful home starts with a peaceful nose, hit that like button and subscribe. We're here to help you understand the silent rules your dog expects you to follow, so you can lead your pack with confidence and empathy. 4. The N+1 rule of resources. Why does your resident dog suddenly snap at the new arrival over a toy or a spot on the couch? You might think they're being aggressive, but they're actually being scared. In the animal world, sharing is not a natural instinct, it's a learned behavior. When you bring a new dog home, you have effectively doubled the demand for resources. If you only have one water bowl, one favorite bed, and one safe corner, you are creating a competitive environment. You must follow the N+1 rule: 1 resource per dog plus 1 extra. 3 beds for 2 dogs. 3 water stations. 2 separate feeding areas. This removes the scarcity mindset from their brains. When your resident dog realizes that the new arrival hasn't stolen their favorite spot, their stress levels drop significantly. And remember the dinner rule we use for cats: never talk to them while they eat. In a multi-dog home, feeding time is the highest vulnerability moment. Give each dog their own space where they don't have to guard their bowl. When they feel safe eating, they feel safe living together. 5. Using your vocal identity to regulate the pack. As the leader of the pack, your most powerful tool isn't a leash or a treat, it's your voice. Research from the University of Paris found that pets can distinguish their owner's baby talk or dog-directed speech from their normal adult voice. That soft, slightly higher-pitched, melodic tone is a biological signal of safety. When the dogs are together, you must use this safe voice consistently. If you start yelling or using a sharp, stressed tone because you're nervous about a fight, the dogs will mirror that energy. They aren't learning "don't fight." They're learning "this person is unpredictable and the situation is dangerous." Narrate the introduction in a calm, soft voice. "Look at you two, such good dogs, so calm." You are literally regulating their nervous systems with your sound. You are providing this safe base that allows them to move from alert to melted in each other's presence. If you stay calm, the pack stays calm. 6. The emotional payoff, the full contact press. How do you know when the ritual has worked? It's not when they stop growling, it's when they start scent mixing on their own. In cat colonies, we see allo-grooming, where animals groom each other's heads to release oxytocin. In dogs, this often looks like the full contact press, when one dog chooses to sleep pressed against the other. When your dogs choose to share space, not because you forced them to, but because they chose to be chosen, you have witnessed the highest form of love. They have merged their scents, their schedules, and their survival instincts into one single unified pack. By respecting their den instinct, following the N+1 rule, and mastering the scent mixing ritual, you haven't just added a dog to your house. You have expanded the definition of home for both of them. Conclusion: the architect of peace. Introducing a new dog is one of the most stressful transitions you will ever go through, but it is also one of the most rewarding. Your resident dog isn't being moody or jealous. They are just waiting for you to follow the unspoken rules of the pack. They are waiting for you to lead with scent, respect their autonomy, and provide the safety they need to let their guard down. When you get it right, your home stops being a territory to be guarded and becomes a communal sanctuary. Your dogs don't just tolerate each other, they become part of the same chemical family. If this video changed the way you're going to introduce your next companion, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite pack ritual? And if you want to learn more about the silent ways your dog is trying to protect you while you sleep, check out our video on the bodyguard instinct right here. Because to your dogs, you aren't just an owner. You are the architect of their peace. You are their world. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.